Okay. Y'all realize this is like the world's fastest award show, isn't it? I kind of like maybe we'll do top 10 next time. Should we do top 10 next time? But you know what? That top 3, it's like, well, let me tell you the story of this. I'm going to leave you hanging here. So the idea behind this was, last week we did all these live streams from 40 all the way up to 4. And then the idea was, okay, I will go into the markets. I'll bring the party to you in the top 3 markets. It just so happened that all of the markets were New York. So if it had been Cincinnati or Jacksonville, Florida, I would have been there. So I could have been in one of those places tonight, but fortunately, I'm here. I'm here with all of you. This next work, these next winners, you may have seen them absolutely run away with it at Cannes. The judges were absolutely overwhelmingly like, yeah, this is the best of the bunch. And I do want to thank Leslie Sims and PJ Pereira for being our co-presidents this year. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing, so I appreciate them coming along for the ride, but especially for their leadership, because there were a lot of this thing was so close because we judged it on a 0 to 100 scale, and so it was so close in a lot of ways. But our number one was pretty overwhelming. Our 2024 top 40 winners are Small. Come on up here, boys. Luca Squared, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay. All right. No, that was a bad Bill Hader impression. Vinny Vedecci. Give a little speech.
Well, thank you guys. This is amazing.
It's big. Like, what do you
it's just as tall as Luke. I mean, this Luke has this L, and I'm this L because this is the taller one, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, we've been working in the corporations for 20 years, and 5 years ago we decided to go solo and indie, and yeah, there's no turning back, guys. It's the freedom, the freedom to choose the partners, the clients, the process, everything from 0 to 100 is uncomparable. So I know you're all in the same page, in the same situation, but yeah, thank you again. And we really appreciate what you're doing. It's just amazing.
My pleasure. We are so glad to have you as part of this community, because we do talk a lot about craft. And honestly, when I look at all the winners and all on the top 40 list and all the merit winners, and this will all be published tomorrow, so you'll be able to take a look at it, especially, you know, all the merit winners as well. The craft is outstanding. And so this is where we can continue to hang our hat, because we all know we do great work. We all know that we do great work that works. So you see my wackadoodle hashtag, indie work or indies work, because indies do work. They work because of what they do, but they also work because it's a different point of view. We help solve business problems for brands, and we do it very, very well. Congratulations, gentlemen. Let's take a look at the work. I mean, honestly, this is next level. We're going to take a look at the case study, and then we're going to take a look at the spot. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Luca Squared.
Today marks World Down Syndrome Day.
In a new campaign
calling out harmful stereotypes.
Has gone not just viral, but mega viral.
I mean, all over the place.
Sta bombando na internet.
Un fenomeno mondiale.
Let's go back to where this all started. In 2019, Marta Sedano, a Down syndrome self-advocate, gave a speech at the UN.
L'insegnante che pensa che lo studente non possa capire non spiega e fa avverare la profezia.
Inspired by Marta's words, for World Down Syndrome Day, we launched a campaign aimed at smashing assumptions from every angle.
Hey bartender, you assume that I cannot drink a margarita. If I don't drink a margarita, your assumption becomes reality. But hey, if all your assumptions become reality, then assume that I can drink a margarita. So I drink a margarita. Assume that I can do that job, that I can go to parties, that I can have sex, that I can be on stage. Assume that I can. So maybe I will.
The video, starring Canadian actress Madison Tevlin, became an overnight sensation,
Assume that I can.
A very powerful message.
Very powerful.
reaching 150 million views across platforms in 1 week.
It's gotten so much traction. I mean, celebrities like Viola Davis has retweeted it.
Woody Harrelson.
Winnie Harlow.
This ad is sparking a conversation online. It is.
This rocked my world.
We walk away from this ad knowing what we need to do.
To break the stereotypes even further, we shared examples of prejudices that people with Down syndrome have shattered.
Down syndrome. Of course, you assume I can't ski.
You assume I can't be a cheerleader.
I can't go to college.
I can't win an Emmy.
We then invited the community to join us.
Many people living with Down syndrome around the world are sharing their own versions.
Of course you assume I can't get a tattoo.
A lot of people underestimating me, but it's so much fun to prove them wrong. Hey bartender, you assume that I cannot drink a margarita, so you don't serve me a margarita? So I don't drink a margarita. Your assumption becomes reality. And parents, you assume that I cannot live on my own, so you don't encourage me to live on my own, so I don't live on my own. Coach, you assume that I cannot hit harder, so you don't train me to hit harder, so I don't hit harder. And teacher, you assume that I cannot learn Shakespeare, so you don't teach me Shakespeare.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
So I don't learn Shakespeare. E-I-E-I-O. But hey, if all your assumptions become reality, then assume that I can drink a margarita. So you serve me a margarita, so I drink a margarita. Assume that I can live on my own, so I live on my own. Assume that I can hit harder, so I hit harder. Assume that I can learn Shakespeare, so what fools these mortals be! I learned fucking Shakespeare. You assume I can't swear, right? Assume that I can do that job, that I can go to parties, that I can have sex, that I can be on stage. Assume that I can, so maybe I will.
Amazing. Brilliant. So good, so good, so good.